What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Smackdown review. A lot of things happened on the show tonight, pretty much regarding to Clash of Champions in about a few weeks, I believe. And it was San Diego, California. They opened up with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn coming down to the ring, and how last week, Owens was in a no DQ match against Randy Orton, but Owens pretty much told Sami, he's a great athlete. Both of us are great athletes and everything. And over the last few months, they learned that the McMahons will stop at nothing to, come at somebody. They're hell bent. And they said, just ask Daniel Bryan, ask Stone Cold, ask Bret Hart, ask us. They said, or double check, triple check, as Sami says. And Owens said that Shane has used his vessel, Randy Orton, to do his dirty work for him. And it was not that long ago that Stephanie was doing the same thing, which does make sense. Stephanie did the same thing with Orton. He was doing the bidding for the authority at the time, if people remember that. So it makes some logical sense right there, since it's almost somewhat similar in a way. But Orton, he's had every door open for him, and we always had the scratch and claw away. He's had everything handed to him. And he knew Shane McMahon, couldn't stand getting the better of him since Hell in a Cell. And now it's gotten so bad that we had to beat up Orton so bad that he couldn't use any weapon anymore. And that's why it was a no DQ match. And then, Sami talked about being banned from ringside then. And the difference being in the ring and outside the ring. So he got outside the ring and says this is the outside of the ring, or as us in the biz like to call it ringside. This is the announce table, this is the timekeeper, this is the entrance ramp. And as he was kind of doing a tutorial, next thing you know, Orton shows up and gives Kevin Owens an RKO. Shane McMahon's music hits, and Sami was trapped between both of them. And pretty much, Shane McMahon, since you're done with your tutorial, and I don't have a personal vendetta against you too. And, since he felt disrespected and everything tonight, it's going to be Sami versus Randy Orton. And Kevin Owens is, out here tonight. You don't have to ban him, because he'll be handcuffed to the ring tonight. So, Shane McMahon doing another plan to get back at Sami and Kevin. And, at Clash of Champions also, it will be Sami and Kevin versus Randy Orton. And a partner of his choosing, too. So, this week's, I guess, type of thing for Shane to get payback on Owens and Zayn, this is his next plan to do this. And as it went backstage, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens pretty much talking back. Owens didn't really know what happened since he had that RKO and he kept holding his neck. Zayn told him, like, you know what, you are going to be out there tonight, but you're going to be handcuffed. So pretty much Owens says he's going to go talk to Daniel Bryan. Aiden English and Rusev were in the ring as they talked about Rusev Day, which actually got a chant. And it was over. So maybe this Rusev Day thing is getting over. Maybe it's just the San Diego crowd. I don't know. But maybe it's doing something now. Since people chanted Rusev Day, he wanted to sing the 12 Days of Rusev. And he even pulled up out a t-shirt that said Happy Rusev Day. So, hey, maybe this is going somewhere now. And as Aiden English is going to sing the 12 Days of Rusev, the New Day came out and had a match with them. Pretty good match. Which, first, it was kind of weird when I kind of heard the match for Clash of Champions. I thought it was just going to be Gable and Benjamin versus Usos, but now the New Day have been added to it. And since this match right here, with Rusev and Aiden English, Rusev got the win over Kofi with a kick, which I thought was a really great match. I still don't get where they get pulling these pancakes out of their pants from, but they beat the New Day, so now they've been added to the match. So we got 4 teams now in it. It's kind of, I'm like, okay, we're just adding teams into a title match. It's almost like we're just adding anybody. It's going to be a cluster, I'm sure, but we're just adding 4 teams into the match just because, I guess. And Rusev and English get a shot now. I thought it was going to be a, 2-on-2, but for a minute I thought it was just a New Day versus Usos since they got the win over the #1 contenders last week, Gable and Benjamin, but now it's a fatal 4-way tag team match. So pretty strange, but we'll see where that goes since we're just trying to get everybody on the show, it looks like. But at least Rusev and them are getting over. Mojo Rawley complaining about Zack Ryder being dead weight, and then Brad talked about his friend Gronk, because I think Gronk got involved somehow, making a video about this, or ranting about him being betraying Zack Ryder. And he said he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, and Zack Ryder came back and dropped me down, dragged him down, and he challenged. Dude, I don't know. Was he challenged? He challenged Zack Ryder, or is he challenging Gronk now? I don't know where this is going at this point anymore. Listen, I look at both of these two, both Ryder and Mojo. I don't see this going really anywhere. Like I said last week, with him being a heel, maybe, but I just don't see it. And Zack Ryder, I've said before, the guy hasn't been over since 2011, so I guess it was best to keep him face. But Mojo, I don't know. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I don't think he's going to be that great of a heel. I don't see it going. I guess I'll have some feud between those two, but then again, that whole Andre the Giant trophy is a waste of time. It does nothing for anybody. It's just, like I said before, it's just a way to get everybody on WrestleMania to get a payday. So, yeah. Lana, Tamina, and Carmella were backstage complaining about the title match with Charlotte and Natalya, and they deserve a shot, and Natalya wasn't worthy. The Riot Squad showed up then as pretty much complaining about, I guess, her tattoos about to Daniel Bryan, and that he doesn't like him, or Liv Morgan talked about, yes, you're Bella Army, we don't fit to, brunette and everything, but, she's still blonde, not like Lana, we still are out here. And then Sarah Logan, who probably had the worst promo out there, I had to replay it 2 times because I did not understand. I don't know where they went with this country southern gimmick, but she talked about eating game and hunting wild game and being from Kentucky, and that was a horrible promo. I don't know where that went, but that promo was horrible. Like, it was actually brutal to watch. That whole segment was, and then the women argue with each other, and then Daniel Bryan says, "Stop!" And he just, "Shut up!" And then he made a lumberjack match at Clash of Champions. Just put all the women in there between Charlotte and Natalya. So, yeah, lumberjack match. But yeah, that whole segment was pretty bad. Her promo, I just didn't understand why they're going with this country gimmick, but it just I could not understand a word she said. Corbin and Rude talked about Dolph Ziggler being in the triple threat for the U.S. title, which I was really confused why that was even announced last week. I said, where does he fit into this? Are we just putting Ziggler? I heard some things about him complaining about his push on Edge and Christian's thing, but I got no idea where this is going with Ziggler. I don't even know why he's in it. I don't know who put him in this. It's just like he was just interjected in there just because. So, I don't know. And then he came into the room, so I'm a 2-time world champion, 5-time continental champion, and at least I cashed in my money in the bank successfully to Tarnet Corbin. So, Rude and I don't know, Corbin's promo was just kind of whatever. But, yeah, it's just kind of there. The Bludgeon Brothers beat up some jobbers. It was good. Get them over. Got to beat up guys, prove their strength, and just take out anybody pretty much. So, yeah. Not much to say from there. But that maybe this team with Luke Harper and Rowan. I already said all I had to say about Luke Harper already, but we'll see where this goes. Let's just give it time. We'll give it time, but it looks like they're getting somewhere. Bobby Roode went against Baron Corbin. Really didn't go off long. Ziggler was on commentary. He eventually got in the ring and pretty much hit zigzags on both of them. So, yeah. Triple threat was, not triple threat, yeah, Corbin and Roode was just kind of there, whatever. At least, people said glorious and all that stuff. So, yeah. But I just feel like there's, like I said, it looked like they're adding a lot of people to the show for some reason. Natalya was, I guess, rallying the troops backstage and talked to everybody, and Natalya pretty much talked to the Riot Squad and tried to introduce ourselves and said welcome, and then she just walked away then as they just kind of some stare down with the other women. They played a video package for AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal, so we didn't really see any of that tonight between the title. Yeah, we didn't see AJ at all, anything about the title in the video package, so we didn't really see much of the WWE Champion. Tamina went against Charlotte. Charlotte won figure 8 after doing her big boot on Tamina. I just don't know why Tamina was even in this match. And as Natalya pretty much got on the ropes, and all the other women pretty much stood up on the ropes, the Riot Squad came out and said prepare for the feature presentation. And pretty much Logan, was it said Logan? Pretty much was about to go at I think it was Lana, because I guess I couldn't understand what Sarah Logan was saying half the time. I really don't understand her promos about Kentucky, or like I said, I don't know where this country gimmick is going. So yeah, and pretty much Tamina took a shot at Logan, and then all the women kind of brawled with each other for a quick second, and Charlotte was able to get up the ramp and just kind of got out of dodge. As Owens pretty much they were out there to handcuff him. Owens, so Brian, hear him out and everything, and pretty much Brian says, yeah, he agreed with Shane. You're gonna be handcuffed to the ropes because we're tired of you interfering in the matches, okay? So yeah, Randy Orton then went against Sami Zayn as Owens was handcuffed. It was a pretty good match. I still think every time Orton does that thing with the table there, I still think someone's gonna break through it, but they didn't. So pretty much the match, Orton was able to get the win. Kevin Owens eventually got out of the handcuffs as Sami Zayn was able to get some bolt cutters from under the ring, and Owens eventually got out, and then Orton took him out. Then he hit the DDT on Sami Zayn, and as Kevin tried to distract him again, Sami got the roll up, but Orton dodged it, tried to hit an RKO. Sami tried to go haluva kick, Orton dodged it, pretty much hit the roll up and got the win. Next thing you know, both Owens and Zayn started jumping. Owens and Zayn, and then next thing you know, Shinsuke Nakamura comes out. It was kind of predictable, if you ask me, because Shinsuke's really got nothing going on right now. So he came out, hit the save, hit the Kinshasa on Orton, and then hit Zayn with RKO. And before the show ended, they pretty much went to, well, no, not before that, but they pretty much hit another RKO, and Kinshasa pretty much an opposite though on Orton and Zayn then. And then pretty much Shane McMahon pretty much says, oh, we're just getting started. They said, since Brian says, you're done yet? He says, nah. And the Clash of Champions, there will be a tag team match, but I forgot to mention something. I'm the special guest referee. Because pretty much Brian says, don't you think they had enough? I said, no, they haven't had enough, Shane had said. And if they lose, they won't just be fired from Smackdown. They'll be fired from all of WWE. And pretty much Brian looked at him, just kind of, he looked disgusted in a way, but he just didn't, he didn't agree with the decision. So it looks like, I still think we're in some type of Brian heel turn, it looks like, for some reason. And I'm not saying it's going to be Brian versus Shane at WrestleMania, because no WWE, they're not going to let him wrestle, and people pretty much are just waiting now for Daniel Bryan to go to Ring of Honor next year to face Cody Rhodes for the Ring of Honor Championship. So, like I said, there's still more dissension between both of them, as it looks like, as Bryan doesn't seem to trust Shane. And as for Nakamura being added, yeah, like I said, he's got nothing going on, which I'm sure it's going to be some weird booking when the pay-per-view happens and Shane's a special guest. Something Nakamura is just there to take the pin, because, I don't know, man, they don't know what to do with Nakamura, it feels like, anymore. You fed him to Jinder Mahal and pretty much buried him from there, which the guy should have been the WWE champion already, but they don't know what to do with Nakamura. They really don't. And I just think they're just adding him in this match just because they've really got nothing else going on for the guy. So it's kind of tough to say what to really do with Nakamura right now. But I guess we'll just have to see what we go on from here, because I just don't really see they got nothing going on for him. And like I said, they kind of buried the guy, so it's like, hey, go tag with Orton. So it was kind of predictable when you looked at it, but hey, at least it was over out there. But we'll see where this goes and how Shane McMahon will be involved in this, since he's a special guest referee now. But yeah, they just really adding matches quickly to Clash of Champions. Yeah, we're just putting many people in as quick as possible, if you ask me. So yeah, but I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Check out my Monday Night Raw review from last night. So yeah, see you guys later, and peace.